Hi, Jen. My name is Emily. Thank you so much for coming in today and helping me out with this project. Now, you and I already talked about a little bit about this confidentiality agreement, or this informed consent agreement. It says here, just to like go over it really quickly, it says here that I am a student at Central Texas College, and one of the requirements in the course is that I practice counseling skills as a volunteer. And I really, really appreciate you helping me out with this. You might want to talk about something real in your life, or, obviously you're totally welcome to just make whatever up. And as we spoke about before, you said you wanted to talk about something that's fictional today, which I completely understand. Just so you know, as a student, I can't offer you any legal confidentiality, but between us, I'm not going to take this conversation elsewhere. It'll just stay between us unless three of the following things occur. Either I believe that you are a serious risk of harm to yourself, indications of abusing or neglecting children, or other special conditions required by our state. As of right now, we're overseas though, so if I feel like you're going to harm anyone or yourself, I'm going to tell someone. But other than that, it's just between us. Also, as you know, we are videotaping this today, and that's just to help me so that as I go through this class, I can look back and move forward, like figure out what I'm doing wrong and fix it. And so this is going to be shared with my professor and also with the other students in my class. They're going to be able to review it and give me pointers and tips on what I need to change. After the class, though, it'll be destroyed, gotten rid of. I also have to make a transcript of the video, but that also will be destroyed unless, obviously, we come to a different agreement saying that I can keep it. Not sure why I would want to, but as of right now, it's going to be destroyed after the class. And I am beginning. This is my first psychology class so far, so obviously I'm not going to be doing any counseling or therapy. I can't do any counseling or therapy. This is just a practice session to practice interviewing. So if you don't mind signing for me right here. Today is the 23rd. And I'm also going to sign it. So, again, thank you for coming in today. I really appreciate it. How was your drive in?
It wasn't bad. There wasn't any traffic on the road. It's a German holiday today.
I always love those days because then I don't have to worry about being late, although it didn't work out so well today. But anyways, tell me a little bit about yourself.
I am a military spouse. My husband is deployed at the moment, so I am playing the single mom role. I'm working full time and I'm going to school at the same time. So juggling quite a bit of things.
Yeah. Yes, I can definitely relate to that. I think, even just being a military spouse is difficult, but then when your spouse is gone and it's just you by yourself and having children and having a job and having classes that you're attending, it's definitely good job. It's a hard role. So tell me a little bit about, what you wanted to talk about today.
I came here to talk about, well, I talked to my husband the other day and he told me he's not sure if he wants to be married anymore. So that's a little bit of an issue, especially with him being gone.
Yeah. What did he, what kind of brought up the conversation? What was really the starter?
Well, I was just kind of telling him how my day was, and I tend to tell him the bad things that are going on in my day because I don't really have anybody else to vent to, so he's the person I talk to about my issues, and apparently to him, I'm always unhappy, therefore he's not sure if he wants to be married to an unhappy person, I guess.
Do you feel like you're unhappy all the time?
No.
No?
I think for the most part I'm pretty happy unless, just different stresses in my life and sometimes I'm just
Mhm.
overwhelmed, and maybe that's why I go to him to tell him those issues, and that's probably why I seem unhappy most of the time to him.
Yeah. So, but I mean, you feel like, I mean, what I'm hearing you say right now is you feel like you're doing the best that you can and you feel like you're doing really well, but obviously you want to confide in your husband. He's your other half. And so he's seeing that as you only being unhappy and having negative things. But you're saying you don't feel that that's true, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now, how would you say like a day-to-day life of you being a single mom and dealing with your husband being deployed and dealing with school and work, and how do you feel like you're handling things?
I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job for the
Mhm.
most part. I mean, sometimes towards the evenings when I put my daughter to bed and it's just myself, I get kind of lonely, and I
Mhm.
think about all the things that I could be doing if my
Mhm.
husband was here, or how life would be so much easier if he was here with me.
Mhm.
And I don't know. So I can't imagine, him deciding that he doesn't want to be married anymore, or whatever it is that he's going through.
And how do you feel about your marriage? Are you happy?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I've always been happy. I've never thought, there was any issues really besides for those minor issues that every married couple goes through.
Maybe something that would help is if you tried journaling your thoughts, like just in a blank notebook, so that you could kind of get things off your chest. And it's okay to feel those negative emotions. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to be angry. And maybe if your husband can't deal with hearing them right now, maybe you could just write them down to get them off your chest. And then when he comes home from deployment, after you guys have had a chance to acclimate, you could show him the entries that you made, just showing that you were working hard and you were accomplishing a lot of things, and you weren't always being negative. You're a happy person and you're, really doing well with this deployment. But of course there are going to be negative emotions and difficult things that you have to deal with him being gone. So maybe, you guys could talk about it and kind of go from there for the next deployment. What do you think about that?
That sounds like a really good idea.